call the Riverside Township Board of Trustees September 9th, 2014 agenda together, meeting together. Wayne, would you lead us in the pledge?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call of the board.
Trustee Ertler?
Here.
Trustee Clark?
Here.
Trustee Giesman?
Here.
Let the record note that Trustee Kibitsky is not in attendance this evening. Supervisor Tusher?
Here. Do I hear approval of the minutes of the August 12th board meeting?
So moved.
2:14.
Second.
Any other questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Giesman?
I missed the meeting, so I'm not going to vote.
Thank you. Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Wait, didn't you vote? You weren't here.
Oh, I can't vote if I'm not here?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I could,
Oh, I think you
you
can
could vote
vote.
on the meeting.
Well, why did you vote?
I just didn't know whether it was accurate.
Okay.
But if you can vote. There's no rule against voting.
Okay.
Yeah,
As long as you're confident that
right.
right, wrong, or indifferent. Any communications?
Yes, we have several. We received a letter from the Village of North Riverside from the new Director of Parks and Recreation, Teresa Mahalik, I believe that's how you say her name, thanking us for participating in their upcoming Autumn Fest that's going to be held in this month on the, is it the 20th?
5th, I think? 26th?
No,
Hold on.
Is it the 26th? Or is it the week before
September
19th?
26th.
26th.
No, Riverside.
Yeah.
Chili cook-off,
We're gonna have our
That's it.
chili booth there, and they have, stuff for the kids, and it's a nice event.
And fireworks.
And fireworks, yes, that's important. We also received a letter from, Brian Basic, from the North Riverside Fire Department, thanking us for, our generous contribution to purchase their 2, defibrillator devices, and we had our picture taken there at the, last week. And also, we got a thank you note from the Aging Care Connections, thanking us for taking the ad in their, for their 43rd annual luncheon book. And that's it.
Okay, any visitors' remarks? Fran, you got anything?
Fran Sikowitz, Riverside Township Assessor, and I reside at 252 Herrick Road. I just wanted to bring you up to date with the appeal process for our township. It's now officially closed for the 2014 tax year. So all future appeals will be for the 2015 tax year. During our appeal period, we had assisted 237 people with their appeals, and we conducted an outreach at North Riverside this year where we had about 35 people in attendance, and we received favorable reviews from everyone who was there. Commissioner Dan Calick did a great job talking about the property tax cycle and the appeal cycle, and everyone was very appreciative. Our communications with the appeal period this year was quite excellent. The newspapers, everyone coordinated and cooperated, so we had multiple articles in the newspaper, in the local papers, and on their websites. The village, as always, they do an e-flash for us, which is so generous of them. And from all this information, people do respond, so I'd say we had a really good turnout for the appeal period this year.
Do you know if, with appeals, did anybody in Riverside Mall appeal? That you
Usually,
may know of, or?
they usually do, I'm sure they do,
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. They all hire attorneys, and I'm almost certain they do. I didn't check, but they always do, so.
Does it look like a lot of people may win or get reduced taxes, or?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say because some people might get reductions from the Board of Review, and then some people just wait and they go to the Property Tax Appeals Board, and that takes 2 years to shake out. So I would say that some of the bigger entities probably will get a little bit of a reduction. Of course, during the reassessment period, they all got a pretty big increase, I think. Most of our industrial and commercial properties did get a big increase.
It sounds like a game.
Yes, it is. So it's kind of a game of cat and mouse. So we'll see how it shakes out and how it compares to 2013. I really don't know. It depends on how they all present their cases.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I'd say after a reassessment, we still had decreasing assessed values. Not by much, probably an average of maybe 10% it will shake out to be. That's what I'm estimating based on what I can figure out, so we'll see.
Is this for regular property taxes, you're saying?
For assessed values. So your levy then is then calculated with the assessed values.
Based on that,
to,
right.
to determine the tax rate.
Okay.
So I do anticipate overall that our assessed values will be down. The equalized assessed value will probably be down from 2013.
Thank you. Supervisor report, have none. Trustees report, anybody have a report?
I just want to make an observation. I think in the future, we should, if we're having speakers, we should put the dais over there so the cameras can put a face to the voice.
What, John?
I said, in the future, I said, if we have speakers, we should put the dais over there so the cameras can put a face to the voice.
Okay.
Because this is televised and can't see poor Fran. And anyone else that comes here. You're just looking at the back of their heads.
Okay, any questions about the mental health board report? Anna's not here, she's liaison. Are there any questions that we should relay to Ann or the mental health board? Hearing none. We'll go to old business. Old business, People Care Annual Grant, and Bruce Flosky is here. Wayne, you had a couple of questions, I remember.
Well, I just have one minor comment. On the financial statement, let me make sure I'm talking about the same company.
Page 14, I think it was in the presentation.
Oh, here we are. No. On the statement that shows revenues and expenditures, as I recall, at the bottom it says excess expenditures over revenue. Well, you had more revenue than you had expenditures.
Yeah, so we are minus, we haven't spent as much as we've taken in.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
but at the bottom of the,
14,000.
but
So,
isn't it
but
more
the way
clear?
it's stated, if we had, if we dispersed more than we took in, that would have been a plus sign.
Well, it would have
Understand what I'm
been,
saying?
your,
It's,
your side heading would have been true had that occurred. but you spent less
Correct,
than you took in.
correct.
So I would think you should have said, it's minor,
Yeah.
because
And
the
we could,
the
yeah,
figures speak for themselves.
yeah, excess revenues over.
Right,
disbursements.
right,
Okay.
right. And I can't find it right now.
Page 14.
Yeah, here we go.
I've got, yeah, down to page 14, down at the bottom,
Right.
147555. What are you asking, Wayne? How come
All I'm
they've got an
saying is-
excess?
It's confusing.
Just to change, as, I'm an accountant, and I would read excess revenue over disbursements. Would
Exactly.
identify the 34,000, the $14,000 more clearly.
Exactly. It should read excess revenues.
Right, right.
And take out the brackets, and you don't need the minus. You don't need a plus sign, but you don't need the minus sign.
Right.
That's right, don't need both. But anyway, it's minor.
Well,
That's
it
okay.
should be done, you're right.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a note from last month somebody brought up, for transportation,
Yeah,
explaining how that's being done. I think you were with, there were, you combined your transportation with, British Home?
well, we have a couple of things going. I think that when I talked to you on the phone, when you asked me to come in the first place, was that I referred to partnerships in that presentation. We still do volunteer transportation on our own with our volunteers. And what we've done is we partnered with Cantata, the British Home,
Right.
to do weekly grocery shopping. What they do is they provide their bus and their driver. We provide 2 caregivers.
Okay,
And we use their bus to go pick up people in Riverside, North Riverside, Brookfield, Lyons, et cetera, to take them shopping. That's where the partnership comes in.
okay,
We use their bus and then we use our clients. And we continue to have about 50, I just looked it up tonight, 52 to be exact, clients at Y Valley and Cantata Woodlands that use our service for volunteer rides. Because Cantata won't take them individually to doctors
Right.
or to the bank and things like that.
Oh, they don't?
No,
I didn't know that.
no. They'll do it on the bus, and in an emergency, they will get a Medicar or something, and of course, we don't do that either, but we do take them from Y Valley, just as though they're.
and what about from the other part of
Yeah,
the
from
community?
Woodlands, anybody who can get along on their own, who can stand with a walker or even a fold-up quick wheelchair, we will take.
Okay,
And we do, we service them, in fact, what did I just say, there were, so far this year, we've done 104 rides for Cantata.
okay, what about the rest of the community,
Well, the
township?
rest of the community is, and your sheet here. We've done 1,068 is clients, and we've done a total of 898 rides this year so far.
That's page 12.
Yeah,
Not counting Cantata.
correct.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
One more question over
Yeah.
here. On your financial statement, we show wages. How many individuals receive wages that make up that 18,000?
We have, I'm the executive director. I donate my time. We have 5 part-time people who are listed,
16,
page 15.
16.
Pardon me, page 16 are listed. And they all work part-time. We cover our office from 9 a.m. until noon, and then from 1:30 until 4.
Sure.
So that people that man the phones and place the rides and things are paid
Right.
an hourly wage. So that's where all of those come from.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'd like to just officially
Sure.
thank all of you for your support over the years. Hitting our 25th year of service in April of next year. And you have been with us, helping us out through a whole lot of that. So we really do appreciate it. You're certainly keenly aware that every town there is has to be preparing for the additional numbers of elders that we're going to have living among us, including me. Including all of us.
I'm going to be a client soon.
We will want to stay in our homes and we'll want to be able to be as independent as we can be. So with your help, that's what we're doing.
Well, we appreciate the services you provide too.
It's very important.
Okay. Review grant, do I hear a motion to accept their grant request of $10,000?
I make a motion, we accept their request of $10,000.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any other questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes. Trustee
Giesman?
Yes,
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, new business.
Thank you all very much.
You're
Thank
welcome
you
very much.
for what
Thank
you
you.
do.
And thank you for coming and clarifying all the
Well,
questions.
you're
we had.
welcome anytime.
keep up the good work.
Yeah, drive safely.
Yes.
We will, thank you. And thanks for the loan of the cane.
Under new business, review and approval of the annual audit draft. You'll see there'll be a second draft, 9/9/14. I put in your box. Ann had concerns, and we talked about her concerns, and we made changes. Her concerns were about, they had originally left off one CD, and, Ann and I kind of caught that, and I talked to Ed Tracy, and it's changed, and that, I can't remember what page that was on, but it's been changed, along with the total for, the CDs for the town and, general assistance. And took the time to go through about what we, who we granted out money to, and she added a few and renamed a few things that, he had. It was the same thing, but Ann wanted to call it more differently, and those were changed. Any questions or concerns about the second draft audit?
The only thing that I
What, Wayne?
observe is that, and it's minor,
What's that?
there are 12 pages of notes referring to the financial statements. That's like General Motors.
And I think we're kidding around. It's probably stuff that has to be said.
I guess.
So
So are you looking for a motion to approve the draft? Is that correct?
draft number 2,
Draft number
and
2.
approve it as the final draft.
All right, I'll make a motion that we approve draft number 2 as the final draft of the annual financial report from Selden Fox,
It's dated 9/9.
dated 9/14.
9/14.
Thank you.
I second. the
Any
motion.
questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes,
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Let's do this. Troy, 215 legislative survey, please fill it out. It's in your packet. And give it to Mark and we can mail it in. Okay?
Okay?
Okay, now, replacement of radiator valves. I have two proposals. The reason Riverside Plumbing is higher is because they're installing steam piping, feeding that seems to be leaking. Okay, that they've got to replace, and Star Piping didn't even include that. You know, that's why Riverside Plumbing's higher. And if anybody noticed, since we've had it off, I had the janitors, what happens is it's like by the stage on that side,
Yeah.
by the stage steps, it all bubbles up again. Remember we had the problem with, and you know, we had it
Is that where I got into the tunnel?
pardon me?
Is that the problem where I crawled underneath the?
No, that was for the drain.
That was
Piping.
over there.
Oh,
This is, you know,
all right.
and, you know, Riverside Plumbing says, we may need more work because they're not sure. They would either have to tear out the floor eventually or
Well, if
crawl
the
through
pipe
a
is
crawl
leaking-
space because of the steam valves. They've never been changed. We don't know until we start that up and they repipe.
If the pipe is leaking, we gotta fix it.
Yeah. So my suggestion is we go with Riverside Plumbing
All
because
right.
they already give us a price. Star Piping would come in and say, oh, well, no, you know, after we start it up, it's gonna be leaking and they're not gonna do it until next year.
I make a motion, we, have Riverside Plumbing do this work, as they described,
Okay.
Second motion. You have to put a price on it though, I think, Wayne, right?
at $2,645.
Second motion.
Any other questions or concerns? Roll call.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Giesman,
Yes,
trustee Ertler,
Yes.
supervisor Tusher,
Yes.
motion carried.
Under new business also, I've talked to the Riverside Police Chief. We're trying to put together a program for November, and I'd like to have a budget on advertising it, for identity theft lectures coming up for Christmas. People can go shopping, especially seniors. If we could get them in, you know, and the police chief would come out or have one of his guys come out and say, hey, you know, don't do this, don't do that, be careful. You know, keep an eye on your monthly bills type of stuff. You know, so I'm looking for a budget for that.
Are you thinking this is gonna be during the day or on a Saturday or?
We haven't decided. I mean, you know,
Okay.
you know, I think the police would prefer to have it during a weeknight due to the fact of his police officers.
Mhm.
The one that probably would do it would be, doesn't work weekends or anything.
Okay.
I think that's what he had said, but, you know.
Or could we do it maybe late in the afternoon? Because
Early evening.
some seniors don't drive at night. If this
Okay.
is targeted to them.
I'll put early afternoon, or late afternoon, early
3
afternoon?
or 4 maybe, so they can get home before dark? That would be my thing, you could ask.
Oh,
the
before
police.
dark, it's gonna, by then, November, it's gonna be what, 4?
Yeah, maybe around 5-ish, I would say.
5, yeah.
But don't forget too, though, if you do it late in the afternoon and they're gonna be driving, gonna have rush hour, I don't know where they'll all be coming from.
Yeah,
You're hitting rush hour too.
yeah, I mean, you know, early in the afternoon, you know, we don't want to eliminate the
Yeah.
public
I
too.
understand.
So it's like, you know, 1/2 of one, 6,
Yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the
Yeah,
other.
Yeah.
that's what.
whatever the old saying is, showing my age. You got it correct, so you're showing yours better than I am, John.
how about on a Saturday morning?
I don't think he can get a police officer out to speak on a Saturday morning, but I'll ask. I would prefer a Saturday morning,
So would I.
yeah.
Well, that would be another thing, if you do it like late in the afternoon, depending on what time of the afternoon on a weekday, a lot of these officers are around the schools too.
Well, mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
So,
You could combine it with the senior meeting if you wanted to.
see, but then that's just for the seniors. We want.
But I mean,
the
we
whole
could
public.
open it to everybody
Yeah, but I mean, there are gonna be people working that maybe wanting
to come, okay.
yeah, see, that's the problem. Unless the board just wants to cater strictly to the seniors, but I don't think that's fair.
No, we have somebody come every February and
Yeah.
talk to the seniors. But for a budget, I think we need probably 300 for advertising, and
Yeah.
then another 100 for food and drink, refreshments.
When are you gonna have this in November? Is there gonna be another,
Well, my thinking was for Christmas shopping.
okay. Are we putting out a newsletter before that? We gotta put it in there, because that's
Well,
going out to
I don't
everybody.
know, we'll try to get it in the newsletter, I don't know when that goes out, I can't remember.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you might wanna look.
But,
at
I'm gonna have to firm up a date, but I need your approval on it first.
Oh, okay.
So you're talking 3
Starting with
ad,
3 ad,
1 food.
100 food, yeah.
Are you
so
making a
far.
motion?
Well, no, I'm just throwing out those numbers right now, so be $400, so. Because the ads in the paper are about 150.
Yeah,
It's
each.
like, yeah, 150 each. So if we do 2 ads, that's 300, and then we have
Right.
100 for refreshments.
Yeah, I mean, and that's gonna be excessive.
Yeah, the 100
Yeah.
for refreshments, so
So,
we could even do.
Do I hear a motion?
Sure. I make a motion, we set aside $400 for the promotion of the
Identity theft?
identity theft, yeah.
Do I hear a second?
Second,
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Pardon me?
Motion carried.
Any other further visitors' remarks? Hearing none. Approval of warrants.
Are you ready?
You're on.
I make a motion that the board approve and ratify payment of the bills identified on the general warrant, September 2014, in the amount of $8,701.20 as presented to the board this 9th day of September 2014.
I second.
Questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, I make a motion that the board ratify and approve payment of the amounts indicated on the following warrants. Utility warrant, September 2014, in the amount of $1,056.90. Payroll warrant, September 2014, in the amount of $16,456.41. Health warrant, September 2014, in the amount of $1,957.62. Monthly filing, September 2014, in the amount of $6,918.09. General assistance warrant, September 2014, in the amount of $1,200. And food pantry warrant, September 2014, in the amount of $130.20. All of the above is presented to the board this 9th day of September 2014.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
I'm going to second first.
I thought I heard you say second.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. I have a list in here and it says grants, 5,540.
Didn't I say that?
I don't remember you saying
All
it.
right, then that'll be part of the motion for grants for September 2014, the amount of $5,540.
I apologize. Thank you.
I apologize if I didn't say it.
Any other questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Who seconded?
Wayne.
Sorry.
Right.
I was busy asking the question. Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Leanne, did you need this?
No, but we need that form.
She signed the form, it's on its way to you.
Oh, yeah, I want that, please.
You want this?
Thank you, dear.
Is that it, John?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Questions, concerns? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?